Okay, so guys, we continue our discussion and communication on the models of psychopathology. We understand that for a communication to be effective or complete, it must come with the feedback from the recipient, right? So I'll be expecting your feedback on the comment boxes. Yes, the comment box and your questions and your feedback. And please remember to subscribe. I'm still requesting for that. Like and share to avoid psychological disorders. Yeah. Okay. So please like and share. What are we saying today? The family system theory is the one we'll continue with. We have discussed other theories, the etymological, the biological theory, the psychodynamic, the behavioral perspective, the cognitive theory, the humanistic theory. We have discussed them. Today we're talking about the family system theory. And I want to make something very important here, very important point here. For any situation, any place you find yourself, any level of education you find yourself, or in a workplace, please, whenever you hear the word system, there are things you may need to remember immediately. I may not give you a dictionary meaning or a perfect conceptual definition, but we understand that whenever we hear system is the word system is referring to a body with interconnected parts working together to achieve a particular goal. So once a part of that system touches or is disturbed, what happens? The whole system is distorted. When there's a problem in any part of it, there is a problem in the whole system. If you doubt me, we have an example, the nervous system, right? Just touch one of the wires of your you know that the whole brain which does have a problem. There is a principle called the law of equipotential hypothesis. I will not discuss that here today, but it's not necessary. Let me not go there about the brain. By Carl Lashley, equipotential hypothesis. You can look it up. So that hypothesis states that once a part of the brain is damaged, that the nearest part of the brain adjusts to take responsibility of the former function of that part also. But that is not for this. Now, what am I trying to emphasize on? System theory. All the system theories you know, all of them, they are saying the same thing. They are saying, although they have their differences, right? But they are trying to tell you that every system has different parts that are interconnected, networkally interconnected, and are working towards a particular goal. Now, what are they now saying? That any damage or problem in any part of this system will result to what? Trouble to the whole system. Please, I hope this is very clear, right? Any system theory, like the family system theory we're going to discuss, like the general system theory, what is the name of the propaganda again? The one that talked about three parts there, the focal system, the suprasystem, the subsystem. That's not the theory we're talking about. We have the unifembrana theory, that is the ecological system theory. We are going to talk about it in developmental psychology. All of the theories, anywhere, any part of the system that has a problem, the whole system is affected. Now, what is family system theory, a model of psychopathology, talking about? This theory says that family as a system functions to get towards a particular goal, which is the goal of the family. Father, mother, children, and the well-being of every member of the family, right? So we are saying that this theory says that psychopathology is as a reason of what? Problem in the system. A problem that came from the family system. Problem that came from a particular part in that family, in that system, family system. A particular problem is embedded, is found, is present, resulting to psychopathology. family systems, troubles, problems, negative activities, abnormal functionings in this family, in this system, can result to psychopathology. Example, divorce. Don't expect your children to be healthy. You may not know that they are not healthy, but they are not actually coming up well. When you are in a family where the father beats the mother, the father is simply but a what is it called? A part in that system. Trust me, he may not be interested in beating those children, but trust me, those children may grow up, the ladies hating men, and the boys may not even want to marry, rather than exposing ladies to such experiences. And some may also grow up becoming abusive. You know, now when a child is born in a family where the father wakes up, like, you know, let me use an example in our state, like Lagos State. Let me use that for example, where we are having a lot of transportation situations, especially in the morning where everybody is going to work, and so parents may have to wake up around 5 and start going to work and coming back, the same hold-ups and everything, and they're arriving by 11 p.m. and the next morning they're running by 5, and that same day they're coming by 11 p.m. and the next morning for 5 to 6 days in a week. And the day they will be at home is the day they will have to rest all the rest necessary, right? Now, tell me, who is training the children? Mates. These children have cravings, desires, needs, emotional needs. They have been deprived of real love. So when you meet them in their adulthood, please don't expect too much, because they cannot express it. Abnormality, abnormal personality disorders. They may not, in fact, they will be scared to accept your love when you bring it in their adulthood. There must be a reason why this person behaves like this. You know, some of them will be very detached, socially or emotionally, not empathic. They cannot relate, right? Are there no symptoms of psychological disorders, right? These are how these things happen. And there are behaviors, we call it communication gaps and communication schisms, like, you know, the child just comes and the father tells the child, on it and plug it, right? And he goes out and the child ons and plug, and the mother comes to mom, why did you on and plug? Please plug and on, right? On and plug, father. Plug and on, mother. You know, in this situation, that child is growing up a confused man. Please, him. I could remember in my childhood, till date, I can't remember whether it's white rice or white cooked yam that my mother prefers salt in, or in any of them. But I know I grew up those days. I can't remember whether it's white. Like, the confusion is still in my head, but I'm not confused my anyways. Yeah, so you'd be like, okay, why didn't you put salt in this? And tomorrow you hear, why did you put salt in this? My mother is a very detailed person anyway. She's a teacher, a lecturer, that kind of thing, right? So don't bother. So, but it's my confusion. I do make that mistake. Is it in the white rice she prefers salt, or in the white rice she never want to see salt at all? Or is it in the white yam she preferred to taste it that white, or is it in the white yam she prefers the salt? Confusion. Yeah. So, communication patterns, unclear communications, right? These are things that predispose children to not knowing whom they are, self-concepts, self-orientations. They don't even know who to befriend with. They don't even know themselves. How would they know the right person? They don't even know their right. Why would they have low self-esteem? Why would they have low self-efficacy and confidence? Why wouldn't they be having inferiority complex? Inferiority complex, behavioral inhibitions. These are symptoms or predisposing factors to disorders like anxiety disorders, especially social anxiety, generalized anxiety, right? These are things that predispose children to all these situations. And other family practices, overprotective family, this thing, yes, pattern, adverse childhood experiences, although this one is linking to what is it called, psychoanalytic theory, right? But family systems have emphasized on the measure assumptions. Once there is okay, the parts are interconnected and function towards a particular goal, and when there is a problem in any of the parts, the whole system is affected. So what is the major treatment this theory suggests? Please, we should remember that these treatments I'm always trying to highlight is just for highlighting. You may write it theoretically, but this course will not be expecting much of the treatment. So, but you discover that there is no way you will have a good treatment for the client here without consulting the significant others or the other components or parts of that system. In this case now, the family system. If it's the father that is having the whole low self-esteem and problems, please go back. If you feel it's family problem that is resulting to it, go back to the children. Go back to the mother, the wife, right? If it's the mother that is having depression, and you feel it's family factors predisposing her to it, please go and know which of the child that want to kill the mother. Maybe the child has become terrible, starts smoking, and have learned terrible things. Do you see how that has affected the child? I mean the mother. If the siblings are not careful, they will be endangered. The father, every member. So some of these children that go on trancy and join bad gangs, they don't have the love at home. They don't have the care at home. They don't have the right training. There are a lot of things. So first thing in family system theory is to engage the family members for therapy. Yes. So thank you very much, and see you in other videos.